Bill Schwab from winebuys.com. I'm here with Stephen Cantor from Quivira Winery. He's the winemaker, although I don't think you like that term.
Wine grower feels a little more comfortable.
As I've always said, most work should be done in the vineyard. The little as you do in the winery, the better off you are. And I think you share that philosophy, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The fermentation process, man, I could put that on the back of a matchbook, but it would take volumes to describe what we do over the year in the vineyard.
Outstanding. Now, Quivira has always been known for their Sauvignon Blanc, and if you've liked their Sauvignon Blanc in the past, you should try the new stuff. Incredible. Brighter, cleaner, more refreshing, more fruit-driven, more typical Sauvignon Blanc. Their Grenache was excellent, but we're going to go into their Zinfandel, which was really sort of spectacular. For a little bit.
There you go.
A little for me. A little bit more for me. And that's what we're doing. Now, the first thing I notice here is it's not over the top. It's not overdone. It doesn't have that stewed fruit, that reduced flavor and aroma to it. It has more of a brighter bramble fruit, which is typical of Zin, but almost a little hint of strawberry and spice in there as well. While I work on this a little bit, tell me a little bit about your idea and your process behind your Zinfandel.
Well, Zinfandel is actually one of the most difficult grapes to work with in the vineyard. It's notorious for uneven ripening. You know, even within the same plant, you'll see up to a 3-week range of maturity. Now, if this was tomatoes in your backyard, that's not such a problem. You go out and you take the ripe tomato for dinner, and you leave the other ones for another couple of weeks and pick them then. But whereas you're harvesting all the fruit at once, the issue of having this long train of ripeness is by the time the caboose is sort of caught up, you have some fruit that should have been picked several weeks ago and is now starting to desiccate, to go from grapes to raisins. And that's where you get some of those really pruny, stewed flavors. So the only solution that I've found to tackle this issue is to go through the vineyard, usually about the second week of July, just as the fruit's starting to change from green to black, and we'll take any cluster that's fully green, drop it on the ground, any cluster that's fully black, drop it on the ground, and just leave the fruit that's sort of halfway through veraison. So we've taken this several weeks of maturity and narrowed it down to just a couple of days. And that way I can bring the fruit all the way up to the point of good bright fruit flavors, but without any of those desiccated raisin flavors and excessive alcohol. So it's a big sacrifice yield-wise, but I think it's the proof's in the pudding.
Green harvest is a pretty common attribute in a lot of wineries, a lot of respectable wineries. They like to get that green fruit out so it doesn't make it into the batch and get those underripe flavors. But it's a little bit more rare to take out the slightly overripe fruit. A lot of wineries feel that it's something to add a little extra sugar, bring up the alcohol, and a lot of wineries like that high alcohol extracted style, because some critics like that high alcohol extracted style and they always look for the points. But this is more true to the grape and more of what a Zin really should taste like. And it's much more enjoyable, much more food friendly than some of the over-top extracted styles. And it's very, very drinkable. You can enjoy a bottle of this and not feel overwhelmed like you can for a lot of Zinfandels. I love, to throw a name out there, I love Turley Zinfandel, but about halfway through the glass I'm full. This I can enjoy several glasses of, and it works very, very well.
Yeah, we're trying to make a beverage, not a condiment.
Exactly, exactly. Bill Schwab from winebuys.com. Thank you very much.
Cheers.